Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Samuel and I'm popularly known as Dr Sammy. Now we'll continue from where we stopped on sound wave in the last class. Now today our content is effect of sound wave, characteristics of sound wave, music and noise, first vibration and resonance under what? Sound wave. So if you are just new to this channel, trust me, there's a whole lot you'll be gaining from me educationally. So I won't want you to miss this for any reason. So ensure you will subscribe and watch out for a surprise at the end of this video. Thank you. Now, effect of sound wave. Okay. Now, one of the effects of sound wave is what? Beat. Now you hearing a beat is as a result of what? Of sound wave. So it's one of the effects of sound wave. So that's, please take note, one of the effects of sound wave is what? Is beat. Now what is beat? That's the first thing we want to treat before we treat other. So what is beat? Effect of sound wave, beat. We have been hearing the word beat. I don't mean like killing a child, no. I mean beat, where you produce a sound, yeah. So now, what is beat? Beat is simply when two sounds of almost similar frequency are produced, and then or two sounds of close frequency are produced, and then they produce a common frequency. So beat is when two sounds of close frequency are produced with common frequency. So what do I mean by this? So beat is when two sounds of close frequency are produced with common frequency. So when you are making a sound like ba 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 ba, another one comes like this, and you later hear vowel sound like ba ba ba. Are we together? So these are two different ba, it's two different two different sounds, then producing a common frequency of sound of ba ba ba. Are we together? So that's what we call beat. Then the formula for beat is the common frequency f equals to the difference between the frequency of the two sounds produced. So this is the formula for what? For beat. Let me say F2 and F1. So this is the formula for what? For beat. So you take away the higher frequency from the lower similar frequency and it will give a common frequency. So this is the formula for beat. So please take note of this formula. And this F, all the F denotes frequency. So take note. And frequency is measured in Hertz. Discuss more about this when we go to the calculation part. So this is the formula for what? For beat. Take note of that. Now, the other content after effect of sound wave is characteristic of sound wave. Characteristic of sound wave. Characteristic of what? Of sound wave. So now sound wave has some characteristics which are a pitch. So we'll be discussing pitch first. Now the pitch is the what? Pitch is the loudness or the lowness of a voice, and pitch depends on the frequency the voice falls on. Are we together? So pitch is just the lowness or highness of frequency of voice, or the lowness or highness of a voice. So let me just say pitch depends on what? Frequency. Are we together? Pitch, it depends on frequency. So please take note of this. So that is, if your pitch is high, you have higher frequency, and then if your pitch is low, you have what? Low frequency. So pitch depends on frequency, and it is one of the characteristics of sound wave. Now the second characteristic of sound wave is loudness or intensity. intensity. Now what's loudness? Loudness depends on the mass of medium displaced. Are we together? The bigger the mass of medium displaced, the louder you hear the sound. So loudness depends on the mass of medium displaced. Are we together? So that's loudness. Then intensity is just the rate of flow of energy. You know, it is the energy that comes out from the vibrating body that sets the medium in what? In displacement or in disturbance. So the rate of flow of the energy with time is what we call intensity. Intensity is the rate of flow of energy. So that's simply what? Intensity. And now the third part is, since we have pitch, loudness, or intensity, the third part is quality. It depends on fundamental frequency, harmonics, or overtone. Now quality, it depends on what? Fundamental frequency, harmonics, or overtone. So now let's say it's just one sound is produced, like one sound wave of frequency is produced, or one cycle of frequency of sound is produced. Are we together? So if one sound frequency is produced, are we together? There's something that happens, we call that frequency fundamental frequency. But if a lot of cycles of sound is produced, we call that harmonics. Are we together? Or overtone. Then harmonics and overtone, they are not the same thing. Let me just combine harmonics, overtone. So overtone is higher than harmonics or frequency with what? One level. So overtone is higher than frequency or harmonics with what? With one level. So now let us focus more on quality of sound, because there's something I want you to get from there. So we are still on quality. We say quality depends on fundamental frequency. Quality, one of character, it depends on fundamental frequency, harmonics, and overtone. So I'm using F to denote fundamental frequency, H to denote harmonics, and O to denote what? Overtone. So okay, let me just write this fundamental frequency. Let me write harmonics, overtone. So now what do I mean by this? Now let's say one sound is produced. Let's say the sound is like this. Are we together? So if one sound is produced, we call this what? Fundamental frequency. So it is ordinary F0. That's one frequency. Because frequency is the number of cycles produced per second. Frequency is the number, N represents number of cycles produced per second, T. Are we together? So frequency is the number of cycles produced by seconds. So if one cycle is produced by seconds, we call this what? Fundamental frequency. Then if we have more than what? One fundamental frequency, if you have multiple, like if multiple of these are produced, let me just join them together like this. If multiple of these are produced, are we together? Then we call it harmonics, which is F1, that is multiple, F1, F2, F3. Let me draw it. F1, F2, F3, F4. So we call it what? Harmonics. But now, under this harmonics too, there's what we call what? Overtones. But overtone starts with the what? It starts with the okay, So this F1, F2, F3, F4. So therefore the harmonics will be what? Also H1, H2, H3, H4. Are we together? So if we have more than one fundamental frequency, we call it what? The multiple fundamental frequency, we call them what? Harmonics. So this is now multiple fundamental frequency, which is F1, F2, F3, F4. So therefore F1 to F4 is also harmonic. So you can say H1, H2, H3, H4. So now the third part is overtone. So now, but overtone starts under what? Overtone falls under the what? Second harmonic, or the second fundamental frequency. So if you have multiple frequencies like this, overtone will not start here. Are we together? It will start with this second one. So this second one will not be first overtone, second overtone, and third overtone. Are we together? So therefore, if I want to classify my overtone under this multiple fundamental frequency or harmonics, therefore my first overtone will start from the second one, which is first. So this is the relationship of what? Fundamental frequency with harmonics and with what? Overtones. So these three things determine the quality of sound produced. Now, if a child just produces a sound of harmonics, the sound you'll be hearing is different. So you know that it is coming from a child. So if an adult produces a sound of harmonics and overtone all together with fundamental, you know that, oh, the voice will have one deep this, and you know that, oh, this voice is coming from what? From an adult. So the quality of sound depends on what? Fundamental frequency, harmonics, and overtones. Now the next content we want to discuss under this is noise and music. Now noise is just when irregular frequencies are produced. So when you hear irregular frequencies, then you should know that noise is what is at work. So noise is when irregular frequency is produced. So when you hear irregular frequency being produced, we call it what? Noise. So noise is irregular frequency produced. Frequency produced. While music is when a regular frequency is produced. So when you hear a regular frequency, it will make sense to you. So, and it will produce a pleasant sound. So this is what? Music. So music is regular frequency produced. So now, the next thing we want to discuss is forced vibration and resonance. Now, if you apply a force to an object to ensure the object starts vibrating, this is called what? Forced vibration. So if there is applied force to an object to keep it in vibration, we call it what? Forced vibration. And then resonance. Resonance is almost close to forced vibration, but it's not same thing as forced vibration. Resonance is simply when you what? When a vibrating body, the body is already vibrating. If a vibrating body sets another body in vibration, are we together? And then they both vibrate with natural frequency, then we call this what? Resonance. So resonance is when a vibrating body sets another body in vibration, and then the two vibrating body vibrate with a natural frequency. So this where we'll be ending this version of this topic for today. So watch out for my next upload on what? On sound waves. Yeah, the next one will be doing more of calculations on sound wave. Yeah, thank you for watching. Stay tuned. I love you guys.